create something. Tough shot. Oh! Finley racing back to the warning track, to the wall, and he's got it! Brooks and Johnny. He's able to get that good.
And this is our 1991 Chevy S10EL. Let me point out a few features. Electronic fuel injection, power front disc brakes, rear wheel anti-lock brake system, double wall steel, front and rear. 5-speed, full gauges, tinted glass. What do you think?
So, what will I get for this price?
Let me show you.
The 91 Chevy S10EL. For value, more people are winning with today's Chevy truck.
If the chill of winter has thrown you into shock, it's time you asked yourself, what are you waiting for? You can pay for your new gas heating equipment right on your monthly gas bill and finance it with no money down through Washington Gas with no payments until June 1991. Get warmer. Call Washington Gas at 703-941-HEAT today.
Nighttime in the nation's capital with a full moon out. A look at the U.S. Capitol building from the Washington Monument. Behind all that, to the east, it's the Landover site for the Washington Capitals at the Capitol Center. A 1-0 lead for the New Jersey Devils. Kind of a bad goal. Pat Conacher scoring it, and the Devils take the lead after the opening 20 minutes. Welcome back to Caps Hockey on Home Team Sports. Al Koken with you, and I guess we should introduce the Jay Leno now of Home Team Sports. When Johnny Carson, Mr. David Coyle, is away, filling in very, very well, and backed by popular demand, Peter Zezel with us. And as always, Peter will take your calls at area code 301-499-6600. Some good news. All the casts are off, I see, and you were out skating the other day. How'd that go?
Well, I just whirled around there, as they say, for about 20 minutes, and I felt pretty good. But the ankle's still a little bit sore, and they had it taped up and everything, and hopefully it'll be a couple more weeks, and just to get the strength back in the ankle.
You've been off skates, what, 5 weeks? Is that about the longest time since you were a little kid that you've been off your skates that long?
Yeah, especially when I was a little kid. I don't think I missed 5 weeks ever. But 5 weeks is a long time, and another 2 especially. I'm just getting a little antsy to get back on the ice, and you just got to be careful now, because if you go back there and damage it a little bit more, even in practice, then it's going to set you back another week or so.
What'd you think of that first period?
Guys played great. I thought that they were bumping and hitting, and they had their chances down in the Devil's end, and we just gave up a bad goal. A little mistake cost us a goal, but hopefully in the second period they'll come back and get that one back.
All right, let's go to the phones. Phone calls for Peter Zezel and Doug from Bryansville, Maryland. Bryansville, Maryland. You're our first caller. Hello.
Peter, what do you think the best year was in NHL?
What year do I think was the best year?
For yourself. You had a good one last year, yeah.
Well, I had a good one last year. I give a lot of credit to Brett Hall. He was my right winger.
So he gives you a lot of credit.
Well, I enjoyed it. We both enjoyed playing with each other, and I think he's got 29 goals already, and I think that he could have had about 100 by now. So he's just a natural goal scorer, and he can score a lot of goals. Last year was a good year for me, and a year that I played with the Flyers, where I got 33 goals one year, and we ended up going to the Stanley Cup Finals that year. So it was a nice surprise.
So you telling us Brett doesn't miss you as much as you thought he would?
Well, I miss him, but he's playing well, and he's leading in the NHL fan vote. So hopefully he's going to do well for the rest of the year. I wish him luck.
He's a good guy too. Let's go to Zezel from Virginia. You're our next caller for Peter Zezel. Good evening.
Yes, I have 2 questions, and I was wondering, Peter, did you hate playing against the Capitals when you used to play for the Flyers? And also, Mom, quiet. And,
a little problem. Mom troubles, all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right, Zezel.
Maybe she has a question
how
or
does
something.
each expansion team, how does each expansion team get players from each, how do they get players?
Okay, thanks. Well, Zezel, you got your question just in time before Mom strikes. first of all, did you have a kind of a good rivalry with the Capitals? Did you enjoy playing against them when you were a member of the Flyers, or were they just real tough games?
Well, I've got a couple scars to show for it on my face, so no, I enjoyed it. We always knew that we were going to have a good game down here in the Cap Center, especially down here, and we knew that going back in the bus, going back to Philadelphia, we'd have a lot of bumps and bruises. There'll be a lot of ice bags on the bus, so yeah, I enjoyed it. They were good, really good, hard-hitting games, and even when we were up in Philadelphia, it was the same thing. It was a hard game to play.
Now, about the expansion team, generally it's just a pool of players. From what I gather, I don't think everything has been completely finalized, but I know that there was a lot of talk that, you know, generally with these waiver drafts, for example, you get to protect 18 skaters, and the guys who haven't been pros for 2 years are exempt, 2 goaltenders. But from what I get, that to try and make the teams as competitive as possible, they're going to really cut down. Maybe you only protect 14 players and let everybody in the organization available in a lot of regards. So they've got to stock 3 different teams. It's going to be very interesting. I guess imagine there's going to be some nervous players too to think about uprooting and moving to other teams.
Well, I think that read in the paper, and the guys were talking in the dressing room this morning about so many players, and Dale Hunter mentioned 14 players and 2 goalies that can be protected. That's a lot. That's a lot of players that you can protect, but then again, there's going to be some players that you really want in your hockey club that are going to have to go to another hockey team. And I wouldn't want to be a general manager in that position trying to pick and choose who they're going to keep.
No, at least Tampa Bay could be fun. Eh?
I could like
work your golf game better. Let's go to Bill from Millersville, Maryland. You're our next caller. Hello.
Hi, Peter. Hi, Al.
How you doing?
Peter, first of all, I hope to see you back in the lineup pretty soon. And I have a question for either one of you. What's wrong with Alan May, and how long until he'll be back?
I gather it's about 2 weeks from what I hear, that he hurt his shoulder the other night in a fight with Jay Caulfield.
Yeah, he had a funny quote in the paper that he said the big dummy fell on him. So no, he was in therapy the other day, and he said 10 days to 2 weeks. So hopefully he'll be back. We've got a lot of tough games coming up, and we need him in the lineup for sure.
Okay, let's go to Gaithersburg. Joey, you're our next call. Hello.
Okay, have you made a big adjustment from being from the Flyers to the Capitals?
Was there a big adjustment? First of all, from the Flyers to the Blues, was there a big adjustment there? And since you've moved on, have you really had to kind of adjust, maybe just for the division alone?
Well, I think so. I think I'm not saying that isn't a tough division to play, and you've got your rivalries there. When I played here in Philadelphia, and then you know, now playing with the Capitals, it's just a different style of play. Playing with the Flyers my first couple of years, and actually 5 years, and then going to another team, that was my first trade. And it was a little tough to handle at first, but then you realize that it is a business, and you're out there to have fun. And you know, I played, like I said, I played with Brett Hall for a number of years, so that was good for my career, and that certainly helped my career out. But and then coming back to the division, I think I understand a little bit more. I'm more mature as a hockey player. And hopefully I can contribute as much as I can. Hopefully I can get out there as quicker than thought.
Well, Peter, again, great job substituting for David Poyle. We appreciate you being with us. That'll do it for this intermission. We'll return with more pregame or with more intermission activity. A visit with Elizabeth Manley next.
Now how am I going to get there? It'll be great to see the guys again. I wonder if they'll all show. Just gotta get there. I'm trying to make my way back to the Brackendale River.
Friends deserve the best.
This is great. They all showed up.
The crisp, clean taste of Canada's best beer, Labatt's Blue.
What took you so long?
I had a little car trouble.
Between friends, it's true blue. Labatt's Blue.
Hey, did you stop using your medicated shampoo?
Not with my dandruff.
But your hair feels so nice. I didn't think your shampoo could do that.
Really?
Used to be, treating persistent dandruff could leave you with medicated hair. Introducing new intensive treatment. It helps protect your hair while it gives you the most effective medicine available without a prescription.
Honey, let's not talk about my dandruff problem, okay?
What problem?
New Head & Shoulders intensive treatment. Tough on dandruff without medicated hair.
We're about to adjust your picture for Fuji color. Fuji color, yellow. Fuji color, purple. Fuji color, red. Fuji color, blue. Fuji color, orange. Fuji color, green. Fuji color. Now that you've seen it, how can you see color any other way?
Say, didn't you put a new roof on your house last year?
Yeah, Sears did it. Gutters, too.
Sears? I didn't think of them.
They gave me a free estimate, did a great job, guaranteed my satisfaction, and gave me financing.
I trust your judgment.
Well, then you can trust Sears.
Does Sears give golf lessons?
Sears Home Improvements. Professionally installed, satisfaction guaranteed, or your money back. Sears Home Improvement Professional. The most trusted name around the house.
Home team sports coverage of Washington Capitals hockey is brought to you by Labatt's Blue, the crisp, clean taste of Canada's favorite beer between friends. It's True Blue, Labatt's Blue. By your nearby Sears Home Installed Home Professionals, the most trusted name around the house. And by Safeway. Come see the difference at Safeway. Devils get the only goal of the first period. They lead the Washington Capitals in the first half of the home-and-home series. After 20 minutes of play, Jeff Rimmer, along with Craig Laughlin, before the start of the second period. And Craig, a quick thought on that first 20 minutes.
Well, I thought there was a lot of clutching and grabbing going on by both teams. Both teams really not getting into forecheck. But you have to give credit. Both teams are really holding up the man. Both teams aren't dumping it in around the boards. They're dumping it into the corners, letting the defenseman retrieve the puck. Both teams really coming out of their zone quite easily.
All right, let's get a look at our head and shoulders shot chart. First of all, for the Washington Capitals, no goals on 7 shots.
They got 7 shots. They got a couple of good chances. Kelly Miller, Bob Joyce in tight. Other than that, they really didn't get a lot of shots. The New Jersey defenseman really keeping the shots to the outside.
And as we point out, the Devils getting the lone goal, and they had a total of 8 shots to actually edge the Capitals in shots on goal. Again, a look at their head and shoulders shot chart.
Yes, they had 8 shots, a couple of good shots, 3 shots by Lemieux in one shift out there. Then the goal, Pat Conacher got the goal. The Caps having trouble to clear their zone. We can't pick it up here. We have Kevin Hatcher. We've got Bondra. We've got 4 Capitals against 2 of the Devils. The problem arises the Capitals have trouble clearing it out of their zone. We pick it up here. John Morris, very good hands, a good passer, just passes it right to Pat Conacher, standing right in the middle of the net, right in front. The key there, though, 4 Capitals unable to clear the zone. They're getting sucked over to the puck. It's like a magnet sometime, and it's hard to get away from that. 4 guys against 2 of them. They can't clear the zone.
Today's shot chart brought to you by intensive treatment from Head & Shoulders. Tough on persistent dandruff without medicated hair. Al Koken is standing by downstairs with a very young lady that's going to be performing right here at the Capitol Center tomorrow night. Elizabeth Manley's her name. She's from Ottawa, Canada. Al?
Well, certainly one of the favorite of all Canadians, particularly after that silver medal victory in the figure skating in the Calgary Olympics. Elizabeth Manley is our guest, and I know you're a big hockey fan, and as an Ottawa native, you've got to be thrilled about the expansion, Ottawa Senators coming into the league.
Well, I was at home right up until that morning, and then I flew in here for the Dick Budden event, and then it happened that evening, and I was ecstatic. I think the whole hotel was woke up by my screaming. But it's funny because all the skaters here, they're not really into the hockey, and I'm the biggest hockey fan in the world, and it was, I mean, just the greatest feeling, and it couldn't have happened to a better city.
What has been the reaction from people you've talked to back in Ottawa?
Well, I actually got a hold of Mayor Durrell that evening. I hunted him down. It took me like an hour and a half, but he was probably my biggest supporter for so many years, and he's worked so hard, and he's really put Ottawa on the map with all his hard work, and it couldn't have happened to a better person. It was so meaningful for me to get a hold of him. But I guess the whole city just went crazy, and it's kind of inspiring for me because that's how they reacted with my win, and it's just wonderful.
I know you've had tremendous support from the people in Canada, but particularly the people in Ottawa who really took you under their wing, so to speak, and really pushed you in, and the success you had with the silver medal.
I really don't think I would have ever been able to do it, and I mean, just everybody. We're a rural family. We're kind of our own little family in Ottawa, and we work hard and we support each other, and this is a real victory. It's a real thumbs up for us. And I'm supposed to say hi to everybody in West Palm Beach. They just called me. Hi, I wish I was there because I have to compete tomorrow, and you're all enjoying yourselves.
That's right. Well, let's talk about tomorrow night, the NutraSuit World Professional Skating Championships. Besides yourself, some great skaters. Tell us a little bit about the event.
Well, this will be the first time Debbie Thomas and I have competed against each other since the Olympics, but it's been kind of tough. She's been so busy studying. I've been touring with Ice Capades. I've done almost 800 shows, and just, it's funny. I mean, there just isn't enough hours in the day, so training kind of pushed aside. It's more performing. So we're all kind of here looking around. Everybody's buzzing around because it's very competitive, and we're all so professional-minded now. And I was just talking with Dave Tippett up on the top of the stands, and he said, you know, he says, he retired at the same time as me, and he says, you go gun-ho for the first couple years, and then you start going with a flow, but then every so often a new rookie comes in and pushes you again, and it's true.
Well, you certainly were a terrific Olympic champion, silver medalist. Thank you for being with us, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Elizabeth Manley, there's some tickets available to come out and see Elizabeth Manley and some great skaters tomorrow night here at the Cap Center. Back upstairs. Play underway. Alfie Turcotte trying to get around the defense, and his shot hits the side of the net. Capitals in the offensive zone here. 19:33 left in the second period. Caps trail by a goal. Stephen Leach steps away from Norwood, gets it to Turcotte behind the net in front for Johansson, pinching in, and he couldn't get a shot away. Crowder with a defensive play. Long lead pass on the wing for Stewart. Boschman is with him. In over the line. Winds up high and wide. This one ends up into the crowd. How come Al Koken gets to work with all the good-looking people and I get to work with you?
I was thinking the same thing, Jeff.
Nick Kyprios.
Nick Kyprios playing big and strong, played exceptionally well against Pittsburgh. Got in a fight, got in the second fight, got thrown out of the game, got a game misconduct. But Nick Kyprios adds a little spunk out there. He likes to get involved, he likes to hit. He's got 9 goals in the NHL, Jeff. 4 of them have been game winners, so he scores some key goals for the Capitals.
Dale Hunter and Patrick Sundstrom, who wins the draw, gets it to Danico, clears it in the Washington zone. It's around on the boards. Cut off by Claude Lemieux, who had 3 shots to top all players in that first period. Bob Joyce with the clearing pass. Feeds it on the wing for Druce. Druce tries to get around Weinrich, who tips it off his stick, feeds it ahead to Sundstrom. Sundstrom getting around Lawler. The puck cleared into the Washington zone. Dale Hunter there to pick it up for Joyce. Centering pass for Druce. Sidesteps a check from Danico. Return pass. Shot by Joyce. Right on. Picking up the loose puck on the rebound as Sundstrom skates it back to center. Hunter there to turn him around. Muller picks up the loose puck for Claude Lemieux. And it's in front. There was a whistle blown, but it was not from the officials here tonight. Weinrich with a shot. The Capitals thought there was a whistle. Along on the near boards. Turned around. Muller feeds it ahead, but Mike Lawler clears it into the neutral zone. Albeling for Muller. Takes a hit. This time the whistle was called by the officials and offside.
Captain Kirk, he's the leader for the New Jersey Devils. 28 points at home, only 7 on the road. They think because playing on the road, a lot of teams key on this guy. He doesn't get the room out there on the road like he does at home. They've got the last change at home. He scores a lot of points at home, but he's a top-notch player. He's still going to get 100 points come the end of the season.
Big part of that New Jersey Hockey Club. A lot of heart and character. Captain Kirk Muller. Albeling at his own blue line to Kazatanov. Lead pass off the stick of John Morris. Cicerelli picks it up and dumps it into the double zone. Kazatanov back, takes a hit along the boards. The Devils come out of their own end as Morris feeds it on the wing for Conacher. Quick burst of speed, drop pass for Morris. Langway is there. Centering pass cut off by Dino Cicerelli. 22 for the Capitals, back in the lineup. Fans excited to see him return after 21 games. Beats to Tatarnov, dumps it in. Sean Burke there to direct it. Around on the boards, and again cut off by Cicerelli. He's behind the net for Wrigley. In front for Malte. Trying to control that bouncing puck. Tied up by John Morris. It squirts loose. The backhand shot by Cicerelli. Penalty called against the Devils. The Caps will be on the power play. High sticking is the call. We'll be back with the Capitals power play. Stay tuned.
The best deals going are going fast at your Toyota dealer. Better value is why. Value that starts with America's lowest price 2-door sedan, Toyota Tercel. Value that saves more on Corollas, Camrys, Celicas, with the biggest option discounts ever. Toyota 4Runners and Previa vans are going fast. Limited time factory-to-dealer incentives could mean even bigger savings if you act now. More value, more savings. That's why the best deals going are going fast. See your Toyota dealer today for Toyota Value, the best deal going.
The Capitals on the power play. They're going to get a good power play opportunity here. The Capitals working the puck. Dino Cicerelli sneaks behind the two defensemen. Abilene, Kasatonov gets a shot, hits Burke's end of his stick, the handle of his stick, and goes into the corner. But Dino Cicerelli, been around the front of that net. First period, he's there again, creates some good chances for himself.
Face off to Sean Burke's right. Devils control. Norwood off the boards and down the ice, but it was knocked down by Hatcher, who retreats inside his own blue line, then feeds here for Hunter. Back to Tatarnov, skates it to center. In over the line, Tatarnov circles, feeds it ahead, off the stick of Hunter. Picking up the puck is Bruce, directed towards the net and gloved by Sean Burke. He leaves for Brown. Back to the point, Tatarnov for Hatcher, pinching in. Hatcher turned around, and the zone is cleared by Brown, and then dumped on the backhand by Boschman all the way down the ice. Hatcher circles the net. Gets it ahead here for Pavanka at center. In over the line. Pavanka fakes the shot. Bruce is with him. Feeds to Hunter. Back at the point. Hatcher with the puck. Gets it to Druce. Hatcher back to get it again at the blue line. Backhands it for Druce. Top of the circle. Druce for Hunter. Down low. In front. Pavanka just kicked it wide. The Devils clear the zone with 53 seconds left as they dump it all the way down the ice. And Beaupre is there for the Capitals. Two Devils in deep. Hatcher takes a hit. Feeds to Beaupre. Johansson is there. 41 seconds remain as Johansson feeds ahead to Bondra. Bondra, left wing pass too far for Ridley. They'll race after it, but Danico is there first, around, and a whistle blown. And they'll come back down to the Washington end with 33 seconds left in the minor penalty to Abilene.
And Ken Danico, 5 points in his last 6 games, contributing offensively. He's known to be a tough, hard-nosed defensive defenseman, but he's giving them an added dimension, chipping in with some offense of himself.
So the Capitals now, with 33 seconds left, have up front Mike Ridley, Bondra, and Leach. Rouse and Johansson on the blue line. Brown and Conacher up front for the Devils, killing off the remaining seconds. Kasatonov and Danico on the blue line. Caps clear the zone. Bondra skates it to center. Puts the brakes on. Looks on the wing. Dumps it in. Sean Burke leaves for Danico. Around the boards, off the glass, and down the ice. 17 seconds left. Beaupre for Rouse. On the wing, Ridley. Intercepted by Conacher. Skates in over the line, drops a pass for Brown. Brown will skate off the remaining seconds and then dump it back behind the red line in the Washington end. Johansson on the wing, too far for Bondra. Teams are back at full strength. This one touched by Danico, icing the call. 15-15 left now in the second period. No damage done on the power play. We'll be back. Stay tuned. 1-0 New Jersey.
You know, I love coming to the park with Air Major. Because there's nothing better than spending a little time with man's two best friends. His dog and his beer. Miller Lite, the less filling beer that really tastes great. What's this?
That's mine.
Yeah, doggy.
Miller Lite, where less filling really tastes great.
With the power play, the Capitals coach Terry Murray will have a new alignment out here up front. Pavanka with Miller and Cicerelli. Normally Bondra in that spot, but he got some time on the power play. So Cicerelli moves up on that line for Washington. Face off to the right of Beaupre. From the draw, Stastny gets it back to Norwood at the blue line. His drive through traffic in front. Beaupre does the splits, makes the save, and the Caps clear. Kelly Miller for Cicerelli. He knocks it down, but Norwood's got it. On the backhand, clearing pass. Shanahan couldn't control. Capitals back in over the New Jersey line, but the Devils there to return it to neutral ice, but the Caps quickly clear it back in. Shanahan on the backhand looking for Stastny, who will race after it on the near side. At center. Lead pass for Shanahan. Trying to go around Hatcher. Glove save. And the rebound cleared by Hatcher, but not out. Cicerelli takes a slap at it, and Pavanka dumps it into the neutral zone. John McClain. In over the line. McClain stick handles and feeds to Stastny. His drive wide. Shanahan stops it. From the half forward, puts it right onto the stick of Kelly Miller. Miller able to clear it to neutral ice. Pavanka throws a hit. Back come the Devils. McClain puts the brakes on. Circles. Backhands it. Gloved by Muller. Looking for Driver. Pinching in, but Cicerelli was there. Feeds to Miller. To Kevin Hatcher. Capitals in over the line. Here's Hatcher's quick shot. A blocker pad save made by Burke. He steers it to the side. Hard hit by Driver on Cicerelli. Bouncing puck controlled by Hunter. He turns away from Danico. To Tarnov at the blue line. Through traffic. Scores! Dino Cicerelli kicks it in front. The Caps have tied it. Dino Cicerelli paid the price for the hit in the corner. Tarnov got it back at the point, and Dino tips it in front.
The key here is Tarnov just getting the puck and shooting it. Just a little wrist shot. But Dino Cicerelli again behind the two defensemen. Danico, Driver, they're not worried. They're going out to Miller, both of them, leaving Cicerelli alone in front. He might have got a piece of it right off his stick, right between the legs of Burke. Dino Cicerelli wasting no time to get on the scoreboard for the Capitals.
And that's going to give him a big lift. Tarnov certainly drawing the assist. It was his shot from the point. Hunter also an assist as the Devils come back. Claude Lemieux went over the line. Ridden off on the play by Langway. Directed towards the net. Tarnov has it for Washington. Turned around by Muller. Tarnov still controls. Retreats behind the net, then feeds to Langway here on the near side. Caps team captain misses a check and takes one from his own teammate, and then is able to clear it all the way down to the New Jersey end. Tarnov and Hunter draw assists at 6:08. Weinrich clearing it ahead here for Sundstrom. He's at center. On the wing for Lemieux. Winds up with a shot. Beaupre the save, and he'll hold on. Tarnov and Hunter drawing assists. The goal for Cicerelli. He's back after a 21-game absence, and we're all tied up.
And he's getting lots of chances. He was all around the net the first period. Few chances right off the bat. But Dino Cicerelli finds a way to step in, get in front of the net.
Al Koken standing by downstairs. Let's get an update on our Washington Post scoreboard. Al?
All right, thanks, Zezel. Let's update you on those Washington Post out-of-town scores. They're in the second period in all three games, and they're tied up in Pittsburgh. Vancouver has scored. Brian Bradley with that goal. Hartford has scored. They've tied Buffalo now at the odd. And we want to correct, we had said that Detroit was ahead 3-2. Well, it's St. Louis with the lead. They've now made it 4-2. 2 goals tonight for Brett Hull, numbers 28 and 29. And Harold Schneps, the crowd favorite in the St. Louis uniform now, used to play for Detroit. He has scored. It's now 4-2 Blues at the Joe Louis Arena. Let's go back upstairs to Jeff and Craig.
Thanks, Al. Alfie Turcotte set for this face-off. To the right of Beaupre. Boschman in the circle for the Devils. Kazatanov has it tipped off his stick by Nick Kyprios. The good defensive play. And then knocked right back in by Albeling. Caps cleared the zone. Off the stick of Kazatanov. He'll backhand it to center. Crowder tied up. Able to get it ahead here to Boschman. Boschman trying to get around Rouse. Leach picks up the loose puck. Clears it high off the glass. Down to neutral ice. Albeling tipping it ahead. Touched and offside the call. Stewart touches the puck. They'll come back outside the Washington blue line. As Alfie Turcotte up from Baltimore with the skipjacks and playing a fine two-way hockey game.
He is, Jeff. He's playing very well. Since he's been called up, really handling the puck, looking confident out there. He started at 18 when he was 18-year-old, got put right into the fire with the Montreal Canadiens. He's not sure if that was good for him at the time or not. A lot of young players have a tough time adjusting to the speed, the toughness of the NHL.
Of course, he was the #1 draft choice of the Montreal Canadiens. Mature now and big part of this Washington Capitals organization. Getting a chance here with a big club. Ellie Johansson. Backhands to Kyprios for Rouse. On the backhand, dumped into the New Jersey zone. 1-1 the score. 12-19 remaining here in the second period as play whistled down. Jeff Rimmer, along with Craig Laughlin and Al Koken on Home Team Sports in the first of a home-and-home series. Back-to-back will be in the Meadowlands tomorrow night for the return match.
And John Connor, the coach of the Devils, he's a student of the game. He really studies a lot of tapes. One of the few teams, him and his assistant, Tim Burke, along with the other people, personnel in the organization, really study tapes, really look over, try to figure out what other teams are trying to do.
Turcotte won the face-off. Caps trying to control in their own zone, and do. Turcotte with a lead pass off the stick of Leach. Driver. Back in over the Washington line. Weinrich pinching in. Leach puts it on a stick of Crowder, directed towards the net and wide. Here on the near side, Turcotte. At center, 3-on-2. Turcotte feeds it on the wing for Leach. He's turned around on the play. Leach will try to go around, but has trouble controlling that puck with Driver right there. Boschman back to help out. Here to head here for Crowder too far. And Johansson feeds to Rouse. Ahead to Turcotte, and he'll dump it in as the Caps change on the go. Driver back for the Devils. Tipped off his stick by Kypreos. Misses a check. Driver throws a glove. No penalty call. Waller racing back into his own zone. Puts the brakes on. Off the boards to Cicerelli. On the backhand, looking for Malte. Malte's got it. He'll dump it in, but he'll also take a hit. Steered around on the near side. John Morris turns away from Cicerelli, who steals it, but Morris gets it right back to Conacher. Intercepted by Wrigley, backhanded for Cicerelli. Driver is there. Oh, what a hit by Driver up against the glass. Malte throws a hit. Back in the neutral ice. Waller dumps it back in. Sean Burke for Danico. Danico, lead pass to Conacher. That's by Cicerelli. Hatcher there at the blue line. Feeds cross ice for Lawler from center. He'll dump it back in. Work out of the net for Driver. Bruce Driver off the boards, too far for Brown. Lawler for the Capitals at center ice. Gets it ahead. It's intercepted by Conacher and dumped into the Washington end. Beaupre off the glass for Cicerelli. He takes a hit from Shanahan, dumps it into the center ice zone. John Morris picks up the loose puck. Morris backhands for Shanahan. Shanahan trying to get around Cicerelli. Backhander by Brown, and it's wide. Waller for the Capitals. To Hatcher. Caps clear the zone. Albaline knocks it down. Retreats. Cross ice for Kazatanov at center. Kazatanov winds up, and the save by Beaupre. He'll hold on to the rebound off his chest protector. And the glove save by Don Beaupre. And what a great record for Beaupre. 4 wins, 4 losses on the year. And in his 4 victories, Craig Laughlin, he's given up a total of 2 goals. And, of course, he has the 2 shutouts.
And the Hardy's crease cam has been moved right above where the goal judge sits. That's the same picture you're going to get if you were sitting in there. It's exactly the same as what he's seeing. This camera can pick up. Really gives you a good insight of what exactly goes on in front of that net. There's a lot of traffic, a lot of bumping and grinding in front of every NHL goal.
And the goal judge at that end is Jimmy Wiseman. I wonder if the crease cam was moved to get a better angle on Jim Wiseman.
He gets a good view from where he sits, but the crease cam gives a good picture. You can really pick out when the puck goes over the line. This game is so quick. The goal judges have a tough time sometimes. These players are shooting the puck over 100 miles an hour. It's hard to pick them up sometimes in the net.
Play underway, centering pass. Kazatanov pinching in, but it's knocked down by Langley. He gets it ahead here for Bondra. Looking on the wing, he's got Kelly Miller. Miller trying to get around Albaline, does. Here's Miller looking in front, nobody there. Picking up that loose puck was McLean. Skates it back to center. McLean leading the Devils attacking over the line. McLean from the wing feeds back to Kazatanov. Deflected in front by Langley. Knocked down by the Capitals and cleared to the blue line. Kept in. Kazatanov with a backhand. Again knocked down by Langley. Feeds too far for Pabanka. Albaline in over the line. Tatarnov is there. Shanahan tries to pick up the loose puck, and Tatarnov able to skate it off. Michael Tatarnov with a backhand looking for Pabanka. Stastny gets it back to Kazatanov through traffic deflected wide. Bondra on the far boards. To Pabanka. Tipped but not out. Kelly Miller is there, and it goes off the skate of McLean in the neutral zone. Kazatanov On the wing for Kirk Muller, who steps on the ice. Muller trying to get around Tatarnov. Centering pass. Knocked down by Langway and then cleared ahead for Peter Bondra. To Pavanka. Or make that Hunter. Hunter circles. Dale Hunter feeds to Tatarnov. Tatarnov, the return pass to John Druce at center. Druce with Bob Joyce from the boards, tied up by Crowder, and Sundstrom clears it ahead here for Claude Lemieux. Lemieux in over the line, winds up with a shot deflected by Johansson. Beaupre steers it to the corner. Backhanded by Claude Lemieux behind the net. Dale Hunter picks it up. Hunter for the Capitals. His play is whistled down. Tripping is the call. And the Capital fans here at the Cap Center not too pleased, but the Devils will have the power play. We're tied 1-1, 8:16 left in period 2.
Not long ago, one of the first Lumina sedans was bought by a family of 5. They said they liked the gas mileage, all the room it had, and they liked the price. Since then, the Lumina sedan has quickly become the best-selling new car name in America. Apparently, a lot of people are winning with
the heartbeat of America. That's today's Chevrolet.
Now it's easy to win the heartbeat.
Kelly Johansson in the penalty box for tripping. Kelly Johansson working on Patrick Sundstrom, just gets his stick on. Patrick Sundstrom really sees he has no chance to go for the puck. A little bit of a dive there, trying to get the penalty call. He made the dive. The referee does call the penalty.
And there you get a look at the power play for the Devils, ranked 8th overall in the NHL. And there was a great view on that Hardy's cam that we showed you, the end zone view. And you talked about it earlier, Craig. There was a great example of just how much that camera picks up. Driver feeds to Muller. Off Sundstrom. Hatcher drives it into the neutral zone. Weinrich. The Bruce driver around the backboards. Lemieux couldn't get it. Comes to Miller. He gets to Hatcher. Ridley back to Hatcher. He'll skate off some valuable seconds here now as he retreats to center ice. Hatcher now through an opening, dumps it down the length of the ice, and Burke will leave for Weinrich. 1:31 remaining in the minor penalty. Claude Lemieux way down the ice in the Washington zone. He had to retreat in a hurry. Rod Langway picks it up off the boards, sends it to the blue line. Driver keeps it in for Lemieux. Lemieux to Sundstrom, backhanded in the corner for Muller, but Hatcher was there to clear it, and he gets it to Ridley, who drives it down the ice. Caps change their penalty killing unit. 2nd overall in the NHL. Able to dump it in, racing after it here is Bruce on the wing, and he fires a shot that's stopped. Driver picks up the puck again, now with 51 seconds. Feeds on the wing for Stastny over the line. Stastny puts the brakes on, feeds to the point to Muller. Muller couldn't get it out of his skates. Beaupre slides under the goal crease and holds on. Right on the edge of that goal crease. Don Beaupre, very alert there.
Well, Beaupre's been alert ever since he came back from his injuries. Worked extremely hard to get into game shape. Kirk Muller just tries to get the puck on his skate. Beaupre sees it coming to him. John McLean coming out of the corner just in case there's a bouncing puck for him to jump on. And John McLean very good around that net. He's looking for those type of goals. Beaupre smothers the puck. Rather than give it a chance to roll around, he smothers it, gets a face-off.
Stastny, along with McLean and Muller. Kazatanov and Shanahan on the points. Pavanka, Druce up front on this penalty-killing unit. Rouse and Lawler back guarding the blue line.
Now, Michael Pavanka just went over to John Druce and he said, John, look at Shanahan's playing the point. When you have a chance, let's try to work on Shanahan. He's a forward playing defense.
39 seconds remain as Rouse clears it off the boards and down the ice. Burke leaves for Kazatanov. The other member of the Soviet delegation there on defense for the Devils, Fatizov, out with pneumonia. Off Kirk Muller's stick. Shanahan picks it up, directs it towards the net. Gloved by Beaupre in front, and he will hold on.
Don Beaupre getting a lot of bouncing pucks towards him, just covering them up, not letting the Devils get a second or third shot. The first shot in the NHL, a lot of goalies can stop if there's no traffic. It's that second and third shot that cause problems.
19 seconds remaining in the penalty to Johansson. Ridley and Miller will kill off the remaining 19 seconds. Up front, Langway. Kevin Hatcher on the defense. Shanahan's now moved up with Reinrich moving back to the left point alongside Driver. Stastny again in the faceoff circle, this time with Mike Ridley. From the draw, Ridley wins it. But the Devils control. Driver at the point. And a great tip there by Ridley to clear the zone. Driver on the wing. McLean lets it go to Shanahan. Back to McLean. In front of Stastny. He can't control it. Beaupre out there to help out. And backhanded by Driver as the teams come back to full strength with Johansson on. Langway's turned around. No penalty. And finally, the hand goes up and the call for hooking. So the Caps will be back on the power play. We'll have it for you right here on Home Team Sports. We're tied with 6:09 remaining in period 2.
Kodak and Home Team Sports want to send you to Super Bowl 25. Visit any Kodak retailer and pick up an entry form where you see this Kodak battery display, and you could be on your way to the Super Bowl in Tampa, Florida. The grand prize includes 2 round-trip airline tickets to Tampa, 2 nights hotel accommodations, and 2 tickets to Super Bowl 25. Plus, we're giving away 85 other great prizes, including Kodak cameras and Redskins sweatshirts. To enter, just visit your participating Kodak retailer or send a postcard to Home Team Sports. No purchase necessary to enter.
Langway working against McLean in the corner, trying to get to the loose puck. He sees he has a chance to go for it. Then McLean gives a little hook from behind, pulls him down. Langway falls. The Caps now on the power play to move ahead of these Devils.
From the draw, Danico retreats inside his own blue line. Flips a high one down the ice. The Caps will have to regroup inside their own zone. Beaupre for Tatarnov. Tatarnov on the wing for Hatcher at the line. Hatcher with the backhand. But Kazatanov flips it high in the air. And the Caps again regroup. Tatarnov being chased by Conacher. Gets away. Clears it ahead here to Hunter. And kicked by Tatarnov, and the Caps will have to regroup. Hatcher for Hunter. First to speed to center. On the wing. Too far for Drew. Danico is there. Caps crowd comes to life here. Brown, lead pass for Conacher at center. He's got Kazatanov with him. Look for Kazatanov, and he couldn't control the pass. Kazatanov now on the backhand, feeds to Brown. Turned around by Hunter. Hatcher has it for Washington. At center. Backhands it. Here's Bachman moving in 2-on-1 with Sundstrom. Fakes the shot, passes. And moving in is Sundstrom. For Kazatanov, winds up Beaupre, the pad save. Hunter puts the brakes on. Tipped by Patrick Sundstrom, back at center, Norwood. Norwood feeds to Kazatanov. The crowd not at all pleased here with this power play effort by the Capitals, and 33 seconds remain. Boschman centers it in front, off to Tarnov. Ridley has it. Lead pass, looking for Bondra, who has it at center. Backhanded for Ridley. Leach standing on the blue line. Ridley tries to go around the defense and backhanded. Knocked down by Tatarnov. 17 seconds remain. Capitals now in the offensive zone. Johansson for Tatarnov. Looking down. Bondra scores! Peter Bondra! Another power play goal for the Washington Capitals. Fred, the whole penalty in the Washington zone, but the Capitals capitalized with their only shot.
A good play. This is a textbook power play pass. It's a one-timer. It splits the seam of the New Jersey Diamond setup. The New Jersey Devils going out to the puck, but Bondra standing off to the side. He just one-times it. The key there, the perfect pass by Tatarnov. The Capitals running around on the power play. The Devils very aggressive down ice, but once you get in their zone, they're not too aggressive. That gives a chance for the pass to Peter Bondra, but that pass, that is a great pass by Tatarnov.
Peter Bondra, the NHL Rookie of the Month, scoring his 10th goal. The Devils are arguing. I think they're arguing perhaps maybe that it was an offside play, but of course the linesman right there, and they are saying absolutely not. Tatarnov and Johansson drawing the assist at 15:41.
front of the net. We pick it up here again. The Capitals working down low. You see Ridley, just a little hook there. The New Jersey defenseman takes a dive. Ridley says, hey, it's not me, it's not me. A dive, they thought it should have been a penalty. They're upset at the referee for not calling it. But that's behind them now. The Capitals are ahead by 1 goal.
Picking up the loose puck at his own blue line is Crowder. Feeds it on the wing. Here's Weinrich. Feeding it ahead. Weinrich gets it back, and the shot blocked by Beaupre. Rouse on the backhand. Too far for Leach. Weinrich again controlling the puck. On the wing for Stewart. Weinrich gets it right back. Directed towards the net. Boschman is turned around by Rouse. Danico keeps it in for Stewart. Can't control it. Caps now come back as Johansson feeds it on the wing for Leach. Weinrich is there for the Devils. Backhands for Johansson, pinching in. Gets it in front. And Kypreos from point-blank range drove it wide. Here's a shot by Leach, knocked down. Johansson back to the point. It's a turn-off, deflected, but Burke has got it. He is attempting to hold it on this side of the red line, and traffic in front. Sticks get high. Players fall to the ice, but no damage done.
A lot of action in front of that New Jersey net. Kypreos, Leach, Turcotte getting bounced around in front of that net because all the New Jersey forwards, the forwards had collapsed, the defense had collapsed. The Capitals trying to get traffic in front of Burke. Just a quick shot from the point, gets deflected by Turcotte. Burke's looking behind him, stops right on the goal line underneath him. Burke's looking around the net thinking it was a goal, but all the forwards for the Devils collapse. That gives them lots of time in front of the net. The point man wide open for a shot.
Peter Bondra getting his 10th goal, and Craig, we've got 2 assists tonight for Michael Tatarnov. Assisting on the goal by Cicerelli to tie it, and then the go-ahead goal by Bondra.
Well, I think everybody thinks about Tatarnov that he's just got that hard shot. You hear him talk about it. Oh, he's got a great, great shot. But this kid, very, very talented, good set of hands. Over in Europe, you look to make those passes. He's fitting in very nicely on the Capitals power play, as well as his regular shift.
3 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the second period. Kelly Miller on the wing with Pivonka and Bondra. This line has played exceptionally well here over the last stretch for the Capitals. They've won 6 of 8, 2 in a row. Abilene behind his own net. Around on the boards for McLean. Feeding it ahead for Shanahan, who directs it into the Washington zone. And play whistle down and a holding call. Pivonka is saying something to McCreary. McCreary looking back. He was awfully close to getting some more. Holding the call against Michael Pivonka, 16:53.
There's been a lot of hooking and holding going on the whole game. It's a Patrick Division type game. A lot of grinding, a lot of working. We catch it right here on the right side. Pivonka back checking, trying to catch up with Stastny so he can't go for the puck, letting Langway get the puck and turn out of the zone. McCreary standing right there, calls Pivonka for the hook.
Greg, we've been talking here now about the Capitals' power play, and another power play goal here is certainly no slouch. 2nd overall in the NHL. Well, the Devils with the extra man are 8th. 24 of 115, 20.9% coming into tonight's game. Shanahan looking for Driver, knocked down by Kelly Miller, but Shanahan gets it back. Muller bring it behind the net. Along the boards, battling for possession. It comes in front, and it's cleared by the Capitals' Ridley for Kelly Miller. He and Driver in the neutral zone. McLean comes back to help out, but here's Ridley stealing it. In all alone, he shoots, he scores!
Short-handed goal. They got one the other night. John McLean, a turnover. He's not used to giving them up. Gives a turnover right to Ridley. Ridley in alone on Burke. Quite a few moves on the way in. Then it looks like Burke's got the net covered, but he slides it right between the post and his pad. That's a big uplifting goal for the Capitals.
Goal number 7, an unassisted goal, shorthanded marker. The Caps all 3 goals, and they lead 3-1. Ridley again tips it. Driver has difficulty controlling. Ridley looking for Hatcher, intercepted by Muller. Play whistle down. Gauthier saying that was offside. Come on back, boys. Mike Ridley, who has been struggling, trying hard, coming back from the flu after missing a game, and what a big goal. That's got to help him a lot.
That is a big goal, and he's getting to penalty kill with Kelly Miller. Last game against Pittsburgh, he does the spinorama, passes it to Kelly Miller, and he gets a big shorthanded goal for the Capitals. Special teams wins you games, Jeff. That won the game in Pittsburgh. It's a big start to winning this game, and you get a shorthanded, and you get a power play goal.
Ridley remains on the ice, 1 minute 12 seconds. Caps are shorthanded.
And he's averaged over a point a game against Patrick Division teams. In 12 games, 4-10 and 14, now 5-10 for 15. He's a solid player when it comes to playing against he gets up for these Patrick Division games.
Mike Ridley, Kelly Miller, ever since they came over from the New York Rangers in the trade for Bobby Carpenter, have played together for the most part. Coach Terry Murray has split them up, but wisely they're together when they're killing penalties, and they know each other like a book. Bill McCurry now here over at the timekeeper's bench.
And I think they're talking, it's got 1:13 up on the clocks at either end. It's got 1:12 on the center clock at the Cap Center. I think that they're worried about what is the right penalty. They're worried about that 1 second.
Now they've changed both clocks to 1:15.
That makes the New Jersey Devils happy. The Caps not too happy.
2 minutes, 22 seconds left. We're going to look at one of the new score clocks. The ends of the ice here at the Capitol Center. Rod Langway after face-off dumps it back into New Jersey territory. Shanahan for Driver, feeding to Stastny. Stastny over the line looking for McLean, but Kelly Miller was there and drives it down the ice. John Burke. The Driver. Driver to his own blue line. Gets around Miller at center, dumps it in. Picking it up off the board. There's Muller, but he couldn't control. McLean there. So too is Kelly Miller. He falls to the ice. Tries to get it ahead, and it's back in the corner where Langway has it for the Capitals. Feeds to Hatcher. Back to the blue line, but not out. Driver directs it towards the net. Beaupre gets a piece of it, steers it to the corner. With Muller. Chased by Langway. Hatcher is there for Washington. Off the glass and down the ice. 21 seconds left in the penalty to Pabonka.
Hatcher and Langway working very well down low.
Here's McLean on the near side, looking in front for John Morris. He couldn't tip it. Bob Joyce through an opening. All the way down to Sean Burke. 6 seconds remain. Shanahan, chased there by Bruce, looking for Weinrich. Sundstrom takes a hit from Bob Joyce. John Morris feeds to Shanahan. Pabonka out of the penalty box. Intercepts that pass and then drives it back into the New Jersey zone. Less than a minute to go here in the second period. Weinrich getting around Joyce. Forward pass for John Morris. Waller has it for the Capitals to Rouse. Dumps it in. Right on. Glove. By Sean Burke. He'll hold on with Bob Joyce right there. Sean Burke, the subject of some trade rumors. Calgary saying that they think that he's an outstanding goaltender, which he is. And although he's unbeaten in his last 4 games, there's talk that he might be traded. But I don't think the Devils will give up a quality goaltender like Sean Burke, even with Chris Terraric.
I don't think they will either. He's a big goaltender. There's not a lot of real big goaltenders in the league. I think he got in trouble after a game against Hartford in New Jersey. He said all the New York fans, he got upset at the New York fans.
What did he say?
I can't really say it here, but he got upset at them. It actually came out in the papers as he was upset at the New Jersey fans. He played again at home. New Jersey fans understood his apology, that it was a misquote, and he wasn't really getting on the New Jersey fans. And I can't tell you what he said. I'll tell you after.
It was headlines in the newspaper, I'll tell you that. Weinrich knocks down the shot towards the net on the backhand. Feeds for Crowder too far. Waller dumps it back in. Takes a hit from Boschman. Play goes right on. Weinrich for Crowder. Intercepted by Dale Hunter. Hunter now controlling. Loses the puck. Crowder getting it to Boschman on the backhand. Cleared in. Beaupre is there with 22 seconds left here in the second period. Joyce takes a hit from Crowder. Weinrich steps up and dumps it back in.
Lopez leaves there for Roush with 10 seconds left. On the wing, Bruce to Hunter. For Joyce. Joyce will try to get around Weinrich and does. Here's Joyce in front. He shoots. Oh! And his shot directed as the horn goes to end the second period. Now that one would have been mighty close. The Washington Capitals with all 3 goals. Ridley, Bondra, and Cicerelli. And we get a look there. Now watch in the corner as the seconds tip off. Joyce in alone. Burke down. And Bob Joyce with 1 second. You know what? That'd have been a goal had his shot found the net. Terry Murray leaves the ice. He's got to be pleased. A big period for the Capitals. They lead the Devils 3-1. Stay tuned as you watch Caps hockey on the Home Team Sports Television Network.